is up. Let me see. Community moderation, live channel, subscribers. Perfect. It is currently 4:08 here on the West Coast, Sunday, December 5th. Some Sunday, December 1st. Holy shit, that was a tongue tie. Recap. I was at work the entire game, so I had to listen to the game on the radio, which is not new for me. I've done that quite a bit. I've actually kind of leaned into listening to the game more on radio because I prefer that radio team than more so of the broadcast team, just because there are not so much casuals on the team. When you watch the CBS broadcast with Tony Romo and such, they'll be saying shit that, like, if you were a real fan of the team, you would know that, like, why would you say that? Like, oh, we need to take deep shots down the field with this receiving core. But then if you know the receiving core, like, you'd be like, okay, well, we don't have a deep shot option. But then, like, a Tony Romo wouldn't necessarily know that, or just kind of glance over that and be like, yeah, that's what this team needs to do. But then, like, if you were a fan of that team, you're clearly, like, knowing where the team is weak and strong at. So I just prefer to listen to the radio broadcast. I'm a big fan of Matt Money Smith and Daniel Jeremiah. You could rip that. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, just basically another Sunday breakdown with your boy. Yeah, the game was an early start. Chargers came off the loss coming from the Ravens game on Monday night. Falcons were coming off a bye week, super late bye week. Good for them. Doesn't really mean anything. They're not going nowhere. But yeah, out the gate, I love the fact that Atlanta wanted the ball to start the game. I always prefer to have the ball to start the second half, even though the Chargers are absolute dog shit in the third quarter, and that continued again today. But yeah, Falcons kind of go down the field, and I believe they miss a field goal to open up the game. Younghoe Koo, former Charger, doing the Charger thing right there, missing the field goal. Was never any good with the Chargers, by the way, so it's all good that we let him go. Cameron Dicker showed that again. Cameron Dicker basically is our offense at this point, bro. That's basically what it's coming down to. But he's got 9 points out of 17. He's automatically money. He's 50 yards out. I feel super confident that we're gonna nail that 50 yards plus. I mean, as long as it's like, I mean, if it's in the end of the half and they're trying like a 60-yarder or a 62-yarder, I'm not mad at that either. I think his career long is 57, and he drained that. And just again today, hit the 51-yarder and had that what Matt Money Smith calls that Dicker draw pause, where he kicks it and it bows back in, and just looks money every time. But shout out to him. We were kind of moving the rock, I guess, somewhat in the first quarter. The first two drives were kind of like 3-and-out-ish. It was the Lad McConkey show, rightfully so. Boys playing at his home state, balls out. You love to see that. But then he was kind of nipped up and banged up. So I'm hoping that that's not too serious. But like they were also saying this on the radio broadcast, but it just felt like the Chargers today lived in second and long, third and long, and yes, Herbert was sacked, I think, four or five times today, but I think three of them, honestly, if I'm being honest, the way it sounded on the broadcast, it sounded like Herbert ran into those, where it's like, yo, you got all day in the pocket, coverage sack for sure, but then you just kind of like ran into some type of blitz or ran into some type of rush. But they were saying his average time to throw was 3.2. So I'm like, what the hell? How does he have that time? But then he's still getting sacked. And then I was like, okay, well, obviously due to coverage. Ladd was kind of hobbled in the second half, like I said, so he wasn't really out there. And to be honest, I was listening to the game, and not that the guys were negative, but it was just like painting a super broad picture. And then they were addressing it too, that it felt like Atlanta was running the ball down their throat, but then if you look at the numbers, like they really weren't. It was just really like just chopping, pick, chopping, pick, and it just felt like damn, like, and it felt like that because it felt like you would just heard Bijan Robinson's name so much because the Chargers would go on offense, 3-and-out, maybe one first down, and then here comes the Falcons again. And that's just like super frustrating to see, especially in the second half. Like, there's no gimmies, there's no layups, there's no alley oops, there's no nothing easy. It's always like Herbert's got to make something happen, or like a super complex scheme where it's like, no one's ever just winning on like I don't know, like a hot route and nothing like that. It's always something super difficult. And the listen today was super frustrating because it just sounds like they're doing the same shit and the Falcons are waiting on it. Hey, it's first down. Like, okay, let me just take up the handcuffs here for a second. I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing these Scott Matlock 2 yard gains where it's like Herbert's got to break a tackle, avoids the rush, breaks the sack. Oh my god, throws it downfield. That shit is ass. That's not it. That's not it. That fourth down fake punt, that also wasn't it. I saw the post game interview with post game press conference with Jim Harbaugh. He was saying that wasn't it. Also, he said he'll be better. To be honest, I like hearing that accountability. But dog, we had like 181 yards of total offense, 189 yards or something like that. 187 officer down type shit. The only person that was getting off was Ladd, and then like I said, he was hurt in the second half. No JK. Didn't really hear Disley's name that much. They try to get Stone Smart involved for the love of God. Like that's somewhat who's athletic, I guess, who's a small tight end, big receiver kind of guy. But I'm just like, bro, like we're 8-4, but then you look at the 8-4 a little differently when you're like, we can't score. Cameron Dicker's our best asset on offense right now, and we have Justin Herbert. So like, let that sink in. Cameron Dicker is our best offensive player, and we have Justin Herbert. I don't know if that's bad Herbert or great Dicker. Great Dicker. That's crazy. That was kind of crazy. Who the hell is this nigga Jose Hernandez? What are you doing? I think I'm talking about my team, man. I don't know. Is it? I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. I don't know. I don't think I was. I don't think I was making balloon animals over here. Um, but yeah, it was ugly win. And shout out the defense coming through. Tarheeb still 2 picks. That boy had 9 points himself. Tarheeb still. What I mean by that is he had a pick six, and then another field goal another interception that led to another three. So 9 points from the rookie, 9 points from the rookie, and 6 points from our offense. I did like how I was hearing, Coach Harbaugh in the post game say, we will be better on offense. Like that gave me some like, oh yeah, it was great. Nah, it was just like, yeah, we'll be better. It was like some abysmal number on third down. Um, the best we looked was on that 2 point conversion, and we damn near dropped the ball right after we caught it, and there was like some controversy with that as well. But damn, we what was I hearing? It was like chinks in the armor, like just the chopping wood and carrying water mentality against this defense. You just heard Bijan's name a lot. 6 yards, 8 yards, five. It was a constant 5 yards, and I was getting sick to my stomach hearing it, honestly. And to hear the Chargers offense go three and out, 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 pretty much the entire second half, was not a good feeling. But yeah, less than 200 yards, and you did all these terrible, terrible things, and you ended up winning the game still. So, what does it all mean? It doesn't mean anything because they won the game. So, hey, get it how you live it, baby. Like we packed our defense today. We didn't pack our run game, but we did pack our defense. Like, yo, we don't run the ball at all in the second half. But I will tell you what, we do run on our first down. Every fucking first down is the dumbest play call I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, ooh, it hurts. It hurts. But a dub's a dub, but like, it just doesn't look good. And then knowing that you got Kansas City coming in next Sunday night, or we're going to Kansas City next Sunday night, just always you just want to look good going forward, and this is just an ugly win. You did what you did. You did what you needed to do to get by, and for I guess the last four meetings between the Chargers and the Falcons, the games have been decided by game-winning field goals. So we won by 4 instead of 3 this time, and not at the buzzer. So that's improvement, I guess. Uh, Yeah, Gus had less than 50 yards rushing. What's up, Marcus? No Gus really. Herbert barely rushing when he was getting sacked. I don't even think QJ got more than two targets. I think and he might have dropped one of them. But super ugly game, man. But you find a way to win. It don't matter. 8-4. I think officially the Bengals are now eliminated. They lost to the Steelers pretty bad. But yeah, like it's kind of getting scary if I'm being honest though, as far as keeping Jesse Minter. I think it's like almost like 75-30, 70-30 that he's gone next year because what he's doing with the guys that aren't there, and it's a next man up mentality. Very, very impressive to see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing to talk about on offense. Just pick City on defense. 2 from Tareeb, 1 from what the hell's his name? Was it Michael May? Last name May. He just got signed to the team on Wednesday. Has a pick on Sunday. And a super key pass breakup at the end of the game. That would have been a touchdown if him and Tareeb again making a play to save the game on Drake London, because Drake London was eating. Drake London, Bijan were just eating. Kyle Pitts was getting clamped. I think we did have a sack into the fourth quarter, and it was T.R. Tart, who's continued to just improve on his impressive season. But yeah, it was pick city basically in Atlanta. You had Tareeb with 2, May with 1, and then DJ to close it out. My favorite player, DJ. So that was good to see for him, man. He's been dropping some gimmies, and he caught that pick today, and he was fucking coming in hot, running back to the ball. Like, he got to get with QJ about that, man, because DJ's hands on that pick looked fucking nasty, bro. He came in hot, and he caught it. The hands were here, and then by the time he slowed down, the ball was damn near off his face mask, and just secured it. So that was I'm happy that he got that one. And yeah, getting a dub in the ATL. It's never easy, but hey, moving to 8-4, Chiefs next week. I would love to beat the Chiefs. They're not looking good. We're looking okay on defense. It's just the offense isn't looking good right now, man. I hope we have a super detailed week of practice on offense this week and defense for what it matters. But I would love to beat the Chiefs, and then you have all the talking heads after that kind of start changing their tone about the Chargers. But then they're going to say, "Oh, the Chiefs have only been squeaking by, blah 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 blah. The Chargers barely beat them." So then how good are the Chargers? Because the Chargers played the Rams, and they got to do what they do. But I don't be surprised if the Chargers beat them to like some non-impressive score of like, I don't know, 21-14, 21-17, 24. 24-17? 24-20, I like that. 24-20, I like the Chargers beating the Chiefs next week, even though they can't score or do nothing like that. Especially if Vlad's not playing. Could be difficult, but that's what I'm going to call it. Chargers beat the Chiefs next week, moving to 9-4, moving the Chiefs to 11-2 with 2 more to go. And then almost kind of forcing the Chiefs to play their starters in the last week would be big, just because those niggas always have like a month off before the Super Bowl starts. And it'd be cool to kind of kick them in the shins a little bit. But yeah. Not going to ramble up too much more about that. A win's a win, and the team's flying back, I think, relatively healthy. I don't think I heard too many guys get added to the injury report on the game, but, it is what it is. It is what it is. Wasn't sexy, but it's a dub, and we'll take that. Have a victory brisket on me tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, y'all. Take it easy.